Shannon Sharpe is not playing around. The Hall of Fame NFL tight end and media personality has just flipped the script on the woman who accused him of sexual assault. This time, he's not sitting back quietly while his name gets dragged. He's coming with receipts, actual recorded phone calls that could completely destroy the credibility of the accusations. And if that wasn't enough drama, reports are swirling that the accuser allegedly tried to settle the matter behind closed doors for a jaw-dropping $10 million. The moment this news hit the internet, the buzz was instant, intense, and impossible to ignore. Shannon Sharpe, who's been riding high off his rise in sports media with shows like Club Shay Shay, is now stepping into a very different kind of spotlight. This isn't about debates with Skip Bayless or interviews with top athletes. This is about his name, his reputation, and the truth. And according to him, the truth is finally coming to light. In a move that shocked both fans and critics, Sharpe's legal team released a set of audio recordings that reportedly feature the accuser speaking in a tone far different from the one painted in legal documents. In these calls, she allegedly comes off as friendly, flirtatious, and even manipulative, asking for large sums of money while sounding nothing like a victim. But what truly set the internet on fire was the alleged $10 million settlement request. Think about that. $10 million. Not through a court ruling, not after a trial, but as an out-of-court settlement request, allegedly made by the very woman accusing Sharpe. That number alone had people questioning the entire case. Was this about justice? Or was it a hustle? Social media instantly exploded with people picking sides. Some said Shannon was vindicated. Others warned to be cautious, pointing out that evidence needs to be tested in court, not just in the court of public opinion. But Sharpe didn't just release audio. He spoke out. He went on his platforms and broke the silence with a passion that's rarely seen outside the football field. He looked straight into the camera and said, "They tried to destroy me, but I came with proof." That moment hit like a heavyweight punch. This wasn't just a defense. It was a full-on counterattack. For those who have followed Sharpe's career, this isn't surprising. The man is built for battles. He's been underestimated before. He was a 7th-round draft pick who became a legend. He came from poverty to become a champion. And now, he's using that same energy to protect his legacy. But the public response wasn't just about loyalty to Shannon. It was about people growing tired of cancel culture, false narratives, and one-sided stories. People are now demanding context, evidence, and fairness. And Sharpe's bold move gave them all three. What makes this even more intense is the timing. With Sharpe's show pulling in millions of views, and his interviews with celebrities like Cat Williams going viral, he's never been more visible. He's never had more to lose. Which is exactly why this situation feels so explosive. He could have lost endorsements. He could have lost credibility. But instead, he flipped the whole script. And now, the pressure is back on the accuser to explain her actions and her demands. The internet, of course, has turned this into more than just a legal story. Memes, reaction videos, and podcast breakdowns are everywhere. Everyone's trying to piece together what happened behind the scenes. Some YouTubers are even pulling up old interviews and clips, looking for clues. It's become a full-blown internet investigation. And as if the Shannon Sharpe case wasn't dramatic enough, hip-hop's longest-running feud just got a brand-new spark. 50 Cent and Ja Rule are back in the headlines, and the tension is as hot as ever. This time, the fuel comes from a series of public jabs, backstage rumors, and an eerie silence that's been broken in the most unexpected way. Fans thought the beef was over, dead and buried. But if you know anything about 50 Cent, you know he doesn't let things go, especially not when it comes to Ja Rule. It all started with a subtle post. 50 dropped a meme aimed directly at Ja, reminding fans of the epic versus battle that never happened. But it didn't stop there. He followed it up with a savage post. Ja Rule still owes us an apology for that Fire Festival and those corny hits. Of course, the internet ate it up. Within minutes, Ja Rule responded with his usual confidence, saying, "I'm still getting booked. You still obsessed?" That's all it took for fans to go full nostalgia mode. The 50 versus Ja Rule beef isn't just another rap feud. It's a legendary war. This is the same beef that gave us some of the most brutal diss tracks in hip-hop history. It's the same beef that caused real street problems, shut down entire shows, and divided fans for years. And now, it's back in headlines, showing no signs of ending. What's wild is that people who weren't even alive when it started are now watching YouTube breakdowns, like it's a true crime documentary. That's how iconic this battle is. Back in the day, Ja Rule was on top. He had the hits, the radio play, and the Murder Incorporated machine behind him. Then 50 came through like a wrecking ball. He dropped Wanksta, followed by Get Rich or Die Tryin', and suddenly Ja Rule's reign began to crumble. But Ja didn't back down. He came with diss tracks of his own, and the war kept escalating. Both on and off the mic allegations flew. Physical altercations were rumored. It was more than just music. It was personal. Fast forward to now, and 50 Cent is a mogul. Power, BMF, G-Unit Films. He's running an empire. But even with all his success, he hasn't forgotten. The jabs at Ja Rule keep coming like clockwork. Whether it's trolling him online or clowning him in interviews, 50 makes sure that Ja never lives in peace. And fans love it. They don't want peace. They want chaos. They want diss tracks. They want that old energy back. Meanwhile, Ja Rule isn't backing down either. He's been touring, performing his classic hits, and even teasing new music. He says the beef is dead, but his reactions say otherwise. When 50 trolls, Ja always claps back. It's a cycle that never ends. And maybe that's the point. Maybe this beef is less about hatred and more about legacy. Two men who defined an era, locked in an eternal competition to prove who truly won. Now imagine this. What if Ja Rule dropped a new diss track in 2025? What if 50 responded with a video produced by G-Unit Films? What if this entire situation turns into a new documentary, a podcast, or a series? It's all possible. And the fans would eat it up. Because in a world full of fake industry beefs, this one still feels real. Both these stories, Shannon Sharpe's battle for his name and 50 Cent's never-ending war with Ja Rule, highlight something deeper. They show how fast narratives can spin out of control. How public figures are forced to fight not just their enemies, but the internet itself. One wrong move, one false accusation, one post out of context, and careers can crash overnight. But at the same time, they also show the power of owning your truth, of fighting back with evidence, words,